How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm doing great, Steve, and yourself?
I'm doing very well. So I'm happy to be sitting here with Bonnie Windsor from Johnston's local meats. Bonnie, can you tell me how long you've been with Johnston's?
Well, maybe we should say too long. I'm sure the color got away a little bit, but I've been there 30 years.
30 years.
30
And and
years.
what and what is your current position with Johnston's?
My current position, well, is a little bit of everything. My official title is Assistant Plant Manager and Director of Marketing. And I guess you could call me the old gray dog there. So I end up involved in a lot of different things.
Okay. You know, there are many things that there are many organizations that come to Johnston's for sponsorship, for donations, for support. Why does Johnston's choose to be part of so many community events?
Well, it's an important thing. Johnston's has been in this community ongoing and without interruption since 1928. We are agriculture, we are the community, and it is so important to support your community just as the community has supported us. It's about giving back, and it's about supporting those in our community and beyond, um, in the community in which we live, work, and play.
So, specifically, why does Johnston's choose to support the Agriculture for Autism initiative?
Well, like I said, we are agriculture, and this is such an awesome event. It's for such a good cause, and it helps so many. And it also helps that you've got really great people organizing this event. It's well organized. It's easy to participate in. It's fun to participate in, and it's something that can help us give back to our community. And giving back, it's about participating in healthy, strong communities.
Well, Bonnie, we can't do what we do unless we have support from companies like yours and from people like you. You've been donating product to our event for the last few years. We're 12 years running, and you're right about the organization of the event. For the first 5, 6 years, I kind of did it all myself, and then we got to a point where we needed the help because we continued to get more support from companies like yours. So we enlisted Go Golf Event Management to help us out, and we've gotten to this point now. And some of those products that you've been able to share with us, like the bacon and the sausage. Tell me a little bit. Is it the Farmeroni? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we're doing Farmeroni for you guys this year. Of course, COVID's changed everything and has caused us all to shift gears. So while in past years it was always about a big fancy banquet at the end with some really delicious local product, of course, that's not possible this year. So everybody has to think outside the box. Dawn has done a fantastic job of doing that. And Farmeroni is a product that it's ready to eat. It's a delicious snack, and it's a perfect addition to your bag lunch idea.
That's awesome. I've seen the side of your trucks, and I just love the logos and the taglines you have. Why don't you tell me a little bit about those?
Well, it's about having fun, and we like to have fun. We have a lot of personality at Johnston's, and it's about being happy. It's about making people smile. And so that started only maybe 11 years ago or so, when we started out with some sort of humorous taglines, and it just kind of grew from there. And it's well received, and it's just nice to make people smile.
That's great to hear. And when I see the trucks on the road, it makes you take a second look at them, because hey, that's pretty cool. What's on the side of the trucks, and where your plant is actually located. I know it's a challenging spot for trucks to get in and out of because you're on a hill there, and it's promontory. It's quite busy, but you guys do a great job of managing that as well. So your presence is quite known when the trucks are on the road. What about your passions yourself? Like, I hear you're quite a motorcycle fan.
I am. I love to ride. Been riding for many years, and yes, it's one of my passions in my personal time. And do a little bit of traveling. I guess I don't get to do it quite as much as I used to or as I'd like to. But I hope that in coming years I can get back in the saddle and do a little more riding.
And I hear you like gardening as well.
Oh yes, love gardening. I have a garden yard to die for, and I think this year it's probably been the most beautiful that it's ever been, and just like many, because I think we all have a lot of time these days to spend in our gardens versus out running around. Which you know what, in reality, it's really kind of been a breath of fresh air to, I guess, stop and smell the roses.
You know what? I'd love to have you come up and help us with our garden too up here at Ratter Lake. So back to your relationship with us at the Saccomaniacs and our PAFN, the Pacific Autism Family Network. How did you first get started with us? Like, what brought you on to us?
Well, it's been so long, and I barely even remember that fact. But somewhere along the line, I met Dawn, and I think actually when I think about it, I think I met Dawn at a big chef deal in Vancouver. I think it was a chefs association AGM or something. And I met Dawn, and we hit it off. She's a fabulous lady. She's got a lot of the same values that I do about giving back and volunteering and doing good in the community. And I think we just hit it off from there. And then obviously she's the one who introduced me to agriculture for autism. And they're just it's such a great fit for us, because like I said before, and I'll say it again, we are agriculture. And so being able to be a part of this event has just given us so many things, to be grateful for, and to be able to help and do our part and support. Supporting each other and working together it's so important, and it's absolutely our pleasure to be involved with agriculture for autism.
That's so great to hear. When we started this initiative 12 years ago, I wanted to put some of my passions together: the agriculture industry, the golf, the autism sector, and I felt there was a good fit, and I knew that because the agriculture industry, dairy, the pork, the beef, the poultry, the greenhouse, the horticulture, they've all stepped up, and your company being one of them. And it's just shown that agriculture is for autism. They have, and with companies like yourself, have allowed us to put the center up in the middle of Chilliwack. So that's something that I hope that your company can be proud of to be part of.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's such a great thing, that helps so many people, and it's really heartwarming to be able to say that we've been a part of that, and help to help people.
And if I could ask one big question here, if you could share a message to people who depend on the support and the programs from the PAFN and the Agriculture for Autism Initiative, what would you say to them?
What would I say? I would say keep up the good work. We're all behind you. We all need this. It's such an important part of the community, just as agriculture is an important part of our community. Having a center like this, it's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just heartwarming to know that it's there for people who are in need.
And we talked about COVID a little while ago. COVID affected us as well. Our grand opening was December 3rd on the center. We started our programs in January. We have an excellent manager in Stephanie Betch, who's running the programs for families. And then of course, COVID shut us down we are now back up and running, reestablishing some of those programs. So we've had to work through this pandemic just like you have. How has your company been affected by COVID in general? What has it done for you?
Well, it's been a really interesting journey, to say the least. Very scary in the beginning, because nobody really knew too much about anything or what was coming, or how to handle all this. But we learned very quickly that the way we did business previously is not the way we do business going forward. And we've really had to reinvent. And the safety of our staff is so important, and we've done so many things to ensure their safety and to ensure that we can continue operating. The ability for us to continue operating, hinges on so many things, and that's us taking seriously the health of our staff. People in this province rely on us to feed them. Not our farms necessarily, but the family farms that grow for us in the valley, they depend on us. And so it was just important that we kept going. Initially, it was kind of a scary time, because the demand for our product, I can't even describe it. It went through the roof. There was, the hoarding of toilet paper. Well, guess what? They were hoarding pork too. And that was a really difficult thing to manage initially. Some of our customers increased their orders by a whopping 500%.
Oh, wow.
And how do you manage that, right? Of course, we ended up having to short orders to our customers, because there was just no other way. There's not an endless supply of pork. And, and then the rumors started that, oh my, Johnston's is running out of pork. And, no, we're not running out of pork. You guys are just consuming too much, and we just can't keep up with the demand. But, our staff, just incredible. We have 138 staff up there on the hill, and they're just incredible. They showed up for work every day. They worked hard. They worked long, hard hours, just trying to supply the crazy demand that was out there. And we made it through, and we've kind of found a new normal, so to speak. Hate that word, but it is what it is. And we've been able to continue. We've remained healthy, touch wood, and we will do everything we can to continue to be healthy, to be able to continue to feeding BC.
Well, I had my morning bacon and eggs this morning too, so I continue to support the pork industry myself. So, this has been awesome. Working with companies like yours to support what we do just makes us want to continue doing what we do, and we can't do it without you. Thank you to the folks at Johnston's and yourself for your support over the years. We look forward to a continued relationship going forward, and keeping our center strong. Every dollar we raise goes to the programs and the kids and the families with loved ones on the spectrum. So thank you and your company for being there every year. We don't have to come back and sell our event. We just have to remind you, let you know every year that we're still here, and you guys step up. So thank you for your time today and your involvement with the Saccomaniacs Agriculture for Autism.
Well, you know what, Steve? Thank you. Really, there's no thanks needed. It's absolutely our pleasure to be able to help out, even if it's in a small way. But thank you for doing what you do, and providing the service to the community that is needed by so many.
All right. Great talking to you, Bonnie. You have yourself a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you, Steve, and you too. And it's Friday. Make today awesome.